It's one thing to talk about slavery in the abstract. It's another to name the very companies that benefited from the blood, labor, and legacy of our ancestors. These weren't just small-time operations. These are some of the biggest corporations in the world. Many still in business, still making billions, and still serving Black communities today without ever paying the debt that they owe. So let's name 18 of them. Number 1, J.P. Morgan Chase. Their predecessor banks used enslaved people as collateral and took ownership when loans defaulted. Number 2, Wells Fargo via Wachovia. Wachovia admitted it directly benefited from slavery. Some of its original banks owned human beings. Number 3, Bank of America. Several of its predecessor institutions financed slavery and the slave economy. Number 4, Citibank. Tied to financing the cotton economy, America's most valuable export built entirely on slave labor. Number 5, Barclays, the British multinational that inherited wealth and influence from investments in the slave trade. Number 6, Royal Bank of Scotland. They provided loans and banking services to slave owners and traders. Now let's look at some insurance companies. Number 7, New York Life, formerly Nautilus Insurance, sold over 500 life insurance policies on enslaved people, payable not to their families, but to the slave owners. Number 8, AIG, through acquired firms, sold insurance on enslaved Africans. Number 9, Lloyd's of London, one of the earliest insurer of slave ships and enslaved people during the transatlantic slave trade. Now let's look at some elite universities. Number 10, Harvard University, benefited from donations and endowment funded by slavery. Number 11, Yale University, built wealth through donors, trustees, and faculty involved in slavery. Number 12, Princeton University, educated the sons of wealthy Southern slaveholders and supported slavery ideologically. Number 13, Georgetown University, sold 272 enslaved people in 1838 to pay off debt and recently began effort towards reparation. Number 14, Brown University, published an in-depth study of its own slavery ties, revealing deep involvement. Now let's look at industry and trade. Number 15, Lehman Brothers began as a cotton broker in Alabama. Cotton was America's #1 export, and it was built entirely on the backs of enslaved Africans. Number 16, CSX Corporation, admitted to using enslaved labor to build its southern railroads. Number 17, Norfolk Southern Railway, also built its infrastructure with the forced labor of enslaved people. Number 18, Canadian National Railway. They're tied through acquisition to railroads in the U.S. South that were built by slave labor. Now let's be clear, these companies didn't just survive the era of slavery, they profited from it, they grew off of it, and many of them continue to profit today, often while serving Black customers, insuring Black homes, and issuing loans to Black businesses without ever fully reconciling the past. So the next time somebody asks you, why y'all still talking about slavery? Because the wealth it created is still moving and we're still catching up. Now drop a Black fist in the comments and share this with someone who needs to hear this Black History gem.